Well, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG. My name is Louie. I hope you're having yourself a fantastic day. Today we're going to talk about the Middle-earth, the Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle-earth set that we're getting a little bit more information of, or at least product descriptions and that kind of stuff. Yesterday we kind of talked about the Commander Masters product, so make sure you check out that video. And then tomorrow my store opens, so we might not have that much content for the weekend, but our new expanded store is launching tomorrow, so hopefully if you're local you'll check that out. We're doing a free draft of Phyrexia All Will Be One, so we'll be streaming a lot from there in the next couple weeks. Really excited about that. But I want to talk today about Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth, and this is crazy. The announcements this week were just nuts. Commander Masters, and then more info on this Universes Beyond, the first real Universes Beyond set and product. Obviously we had Warhammer, we've had some other little things, but this is the first booster box set that's coming out, and this is legal in Modern and in Legacy and Eternal formats like that. It is not a standard set though. That is super important to understand. This is gonna be interesting. This I got some takes here that are gonna be kind of interesting. So we do know, and this isn't surprising, that we're gonna have I love the icon there. That's a good choice. They did good there. And then we're also having the Middle-earth Commander. So we have a regular set and then the Commander. No surprise there. That's kind of the normal thing. But here's where things get really interesting. So the release date of June is super interesting in my mind. And this is what kind of caught my attention of this, and I did some research and I'll tell you in a second. But they're doing all these starter kit things, and it's also launching on Arena, and it seemingly they're doing Jumpstart still. They're doing a pre-release, they're doing all this stuff. It seems like they want this to be an entry-level set, because of my anticipation, and I think this is great, is they're anticipating a lot of new Magic the Gathering players to come into the realm, in no pun intended, I guess there's not really a realm in Lord of the Rings, but into the world of Magic the Gathering as a result of it being Lord of the Rings. And so they want people to have an easy onboarding and an easy learning experience. Now, that being said, this set releases in June, and if you look at the history of Magic core sets, they all kind of release in the same timeline. June, July, June, July, June, July, mostly in July, but you get it. At the beginning of the summer, that's when core sets have historically been released, and now we don't really have core sets anymore. So my kind of question about this, and I'd love to hear the comment section, is do you guys think that this is just basically going to be like a core set replacement? That this particular Universes Beyond Lord of the Rings is going to be a pretty basic Magic the Gathering experience in a core set? And if so, I think that this is going to be an interesting set, because I think a lot of us thought that this set was going to be super overpowered and super powerful, kind of like Modern Horizons 1 and 2 were. And this being really a lot of conversation was, is this a replacement in the Modern Horizons lineup, as these are going straight to Modern and that kind of thing? And that's a really interesting thought, because if it's not pushed, power level, if this is a more scaled back like a lot of the core sets were, and this is the idea of this is to welcome people into Magic the Gathering and be a really easy to learn set, then the hype for this could die down a little bit. It could not be as exciting. But just when we think it could not be that as exciting, we do have serialized cards added in here. And what we know right now is it may include a serialized ring card. A lot of conversation has been, is this going to be like a soul ring that's, the one ring or whatever, and maybe there's a 1 of 1 of this, and maybe then there's a different variant that's a 1 of 50, or a different variant that's a 1 of 500. And that could drive a lot of excitement for this product. I think it will. But I also think this could start, this was one of the concerns I had with serialized cards. Shout out to Josh from Hometown TCG, a lover of serialized cards. On the podcast, we've talked a lot, and I'm sure we'll talk tomorrow on the podcast. We talked a lot about, as serialized cards come out and as there are more serialized cards, they kind of lose that factor of specialness. I know the numbers don't change and there's still only 500 of each card, but if you only have 500 of, 10 things, that makes those 500 more special. But if you have 1 of 500 for 10,000 different cards, it just loses its specialness. It loses its luster a little bit. So we're starting to see them put more and more serialized cards and things. We'll see if they overdo it or not. Listen, I'm not saying that this is overdoing it. I'm just saying if they start putting these, I think I heard that the March of the Machine's also going to have serialized cards. Don't quote me on that, but that's kind of the conversation I'm hearing from people. And, as they continue to do this, if they overdo it, which historically they have done that a lot, I think the serialized card thing could not drive as much sales as people think that it will. And then you also have a gift bundle on this too. So there's like a lot of suggestion to me that this product is gonna be, it's legal on Arena. It's gonna be on Arena. It's interesting to me that this might not be as powerful as we thought it would in terms of gameplay. And then from a product price standpoint, they've got this on Amazon. Make sure you buy from your local game store or from, gamegrove.gg. That's my store's website now. If you're going to buy this stuff, wait until we've got it and buy from your local store, not from Amazon. But what Amazon does give us is like Wizards' intended price of this stuff. And that's basically the same as a regular standard release. We're not seeing like Modern Horizons 2 type prices here. This is, in my opinion, not a Modern Horizons S set, which is what a lot of people kind of thought that it was going to be. That price is crazy for collector boxes, but it'll be super interesting to see what that comes out to. I think the set's still going to be a lot of fun. I'm particularly excited, to do draft of this and to draft with Lord of the Rings. I think there's commander decks too, which I think will be really cool to see how that plays out. I hope those are pushed just like the Necrons and Warhammer ones were. But long story short, I think we got to be concerned here on, maybe it's not concerned. Maybe it's good if they do a fun scaled back power level thing. But I do think the attitude of the set needs to shift in the community a little bit, because I don't think that you should anticipate seeing new staple cards pop up in every format as a result, like you do in like MH2 and whatever. I don't think that that's gonna happen at a large scale in a set like this. I think you can anticipate this to be more like a core set or even just a standard release set that has one or two cards that find its way into modern, or one or two cards that find its way into vintage, or the legacy format. Sorry, not vintage, but I just think that the excitement for this needs to be, if you're excited for Lord of the Rings, you're probably excited for this, as opposed to like there's going to be new cards that everybody wants. So I would love to hear what you think about this product in the comment section. Let me know. I'll be looking at that. And then, we're going to be launching the store, Friday. Really excited for that. So if you're local, make sure you come out to a free Phyrexia draft on Friday night. It'll be a lot of fun here in West Virginia, in Teays Valley, West Virginia. So let me know what you think about Lord of the Rings. Super excited. Hopefully you have yourself a fantastic day. Be kind to the people around you, and we'll see you again next video.